Hey everyone, Florida Man here. I finished my trip in Zaporizhia and I finished my time in Valentyna. I'm in Lviv right now. I'm actually at the IVC. It's a beautiful place. If you come to Ukraine, go check out the IVC if you're coming in first timers. But basically, this video is going to be about what I did in Zaporizhia. I'm going to give you guys a little overview right now, what my trip at Zaporizhia was, why I went there, and a bit about my friend Valentyna and her organization, Chalice of Mercy. So the next video is going to be a full interview with Valentyna. She's going to talk more about her organization, what she does. This video, it's going to be a tour of the stabilization point that we got to visit. Not even visit, we dropped off supplies there. So this is my first time being this close to the front. We were about probably 15 kilometers from the front line. And basically what Valentyna does, and I explain how her organization works. Valentyna started her organization in the U.S., Chalice of Mercy. It was a missionary organization, Catholic church-based, and she was doing missionary trips. But when the full-scale invasion started, she moved back to Ukraine. She moved to the U.S. when she was 18. She came back to Ukraine after 20 years. So she's fluent in English, she's fluent in Ukrainian. It's it's the best of both worlds, pretty much. And yeah, so she's back in Ukraine now, and her organization helps out with supplying medical supplies for the military pretty much, particularly stabilization points and the hospitals. So the second line and third line points. So when a soldier gets wounded on the front line, they get their combat casualty care right at the point, and then they get evacuated. And the point they get evacuated to is called the stabilization point. That's where they're actually going to have a doctor look them over, do a thorough check, and they're going to write up a report. And then from there, they'll be sent to a hospital for recovery. This is my first time going to one of these positions. It was very fascinating, and unfortunately, we had 2 300s come in. And part of me is I hate saying it was a good experience, but it was very informative, and it really helped me understand how things work, especially on the medical side, casualty intake. So we had 2 guys come in with shrapnel wounds from a drone, start to finish. I got to see the whole procedure. And that also led me to see a need. And we're going to be collaborating with Valentyna. We have another project. That's one of the reasons why I'm in Lviv right now, is setting up a new project. But that's not about this video. That's not about this. This video is about the stabilization point. You guys will see a tour of the stabilization point, talk with the doctors. You guys will see how it works in there. It's very fascinating. So you're going to see some of the stuff we make, not me personally, what I make, the burners and staples, but yeah, this is where our stuff goes. So it was really great to actually see it in use and see it positioned, to finally see that it actually does get used. Besides that, if you see stuff in this video, if you are a foreign medic in Ukraine and you work at stabilization points, this is your sort of work, and you guys are in need of supplies, please reach out to me, and I'll see if I can put you in contact with Valentyna, and we see if we can help you out. If you're in the US or any Western country, Valentyna has been doing this pretty much from the start. She's a pro at the logistics now. If you work at a hospital, if you have medical supplies in the US that you want to get to Ukraine, and we're talking pallets, if you want to move major stuff, if you want to get your community involved with moving medical supplies to Ukraine, Valentyna is a great contact to have. She's already set up the logistics system. She can work out a lot of that stuff. So if that's something that you also do and you want to support Ukraine through that way, you can look down below. Link down below is to Chalice of Mercy site, and you guys can get in contact with her. But besides that, it was a great time being there in Zaporizhia. I've only been there once before. It's kind of crazy being in Ukraine. You get to see, it's both quiet and stressful at the same time, peaceful and stressful at the same time. But yeah, that's me being a little philosophical whole other rant. But yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Hope you learned something. All right, Florida Man out.
That's as close as you can get. You're 13 kilometers away from you're in the war zone, but
Gotta get a little short video of a guy doing tractor work, probably 11, 12, 15 kilometers from the front. I got it, yeah. Yeah, just a guy out there plowing his field. Just a normal day for him.
Turning around, look at this.
I know.
He is cool. Чудовий прямо такий клас.
So you explain what we see over here.
So this medical checkpoint is really unique because, well, it's really new. It was just done several months ago and done from scratch by the hands of the doctors, and they've done it the way how they want it to be. So this medical checkpoint can fit 5 wounded men at the same time. And plus, it's not just a checkpoint, it's also a surgery center. Basically, that's what you would call field surgery. No?
Right.
And here you will see everything that is needed to stabilize the patient. Man who's just been brought from the battlefield, who has been taken care of by the combat medics, and he's just been patched practically.
Right.
So
So generally, there's someone on the front. So on zero line, they would get an initial patching, and then once there was an opening, they would send them to this point to get further care.
So here they would be, they would receive further help. Like they would cut everything up, from what practically
we saw earlier.
combat medics done, and they would take tourniquets. That's really crucial because you cannot have tourniquet more than 2 hours.
Right. So this is where they convert the tourniquets.
That's where they got the tourniquets, and here they have everything that is needed to patch that wound that is severely bleeding. The reason why this man have a tourniquet, so he cannot be more than 2 hours. So that's why this stabilization centers like that, field surgery centers, is very critical, very important. So,
you said all the supplies here.
Yes, all the supplies. So 95%.
What's the 5% that you don't supply?
Anything that you see in Ukrainian.
Okay.
Well, that's not true though, because
we brought a bunch of medicine.
Yes, we buy, but starting like from the surgery packages, sutures, gloves, chlorhexidine, the wound care. I don't provide ethanol.
Okay.
I don't buy that. It's plenty of that. As you see, this type of wound care you can only get in the United States. Medicines, also painkillers. I supply a little bit of extra if they need it. They're always able to send me the list, and today I give it to the drugstore, and tomorrow I will have them by morning, and then I just pack myself and happily drive here to meet them again. So syringes, you see here, every wall is supplied basically. They don't cross each other. It's really convenient. There's no chaos.
No, it's really well organized.
So it's organized in such a way there will be no chaos at all. So here you have more medicines extra. And what I love about this stabilization medical checkpoint is burjuikas.
Yes, you see at the forge. We did not make this one. This is not of our design, but it's actually very fascinating to actually see them on the front and see how they're actually being used.
Yeah.
So at the forge, when we make these, it's actually nice to see. Oh yeah, they do go somewhere.
They actually do go somewhere. Yes. Yeah. And in a cold month, it's so cozy to sit here. I could live here.
Yeah, it's very cozy here. You see, they got air units and everything.
They have Starlink, Chalice of Mercy,
and also
Chalice of Mercy.
What are these little sayings right here, real quick?
So швидка анестезія буцефал. Одне натискання і ви спите. Мишаня, конкретно буцефал це що? Це
буцефал це Олександра Македонського. Але в зв'язку з тим, що наш Андрюша Малкович такий сам по собі кремезний.
Щось велике, так?
Так, велике щось. Ми йому інколи жартома кажемо так.
Типу, задавити кувалду. So bucefal is something big, like you hit person with, and you knock them out, and he's going to be sleeping.
That's your anesthesia,
So if you want to know how to treat somebody and you don't know, that's what you do. You just Google it. And so the best anesthesia is Misha, which is Mishanya, is this one. And so the nickname is Kuvalda, which is like a big
hammer.
Yeah. So he's because
Чаша милосердя.
And Чаша милосердя. Big Kuvalda. Yes. So and that's Mishanya's honors here. He's a surgeon high-level старший сержант.
Так.
How do you say старший сержант?
Like senior.
Senior sergeant, yeah.
Так.
But now he's not. He's officer.
He's an officer
He's
now.
an officer now. Ну повернися, що ти? Так примітивненько. Yeah. І що тут? Тут що тут так. Дивіться, so here you have some medical equipment like patient monitor, another patient monitor, oxygen, so they can perform actually surgery.
Surgery here, yeah.
Like, yes, it's not going to be your deep surgery that man needs, but that's a third level evacuation, like a military hospital or civil hospital will take care of that. But here it's extremely important because otherwise patient will not live. So.
Okay.
Medicines, all of this, yes, and the catheters and all of the pipes, eye gels, and then
Thoracal
drainage. I love this. This is so clever. So this is like for tools, right?
Yeah, I know. It works so well there.
It works just well. And Mishanya is really... Yes, all of these medicines are very, very expensive and very important. Tranix, yes. Mishanya is really organized. He likes to keep things organized.
Right.
And obviously, of course, after Pikun, yes, very...
Is that just
for the burn?
burn coat?
Yes. So it's kind of like a napkin that you apply on a burned
body.
Yes, in the body, on the face, and it helps to soothe the pain, you know, and like it's an anesthetic.
It numbs it
as well. Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
Can I ask what are like most of the injuries that come in? Is it mostly drone injuries or is it shrapnel?
Більше за все це дрони, так? Скидами дрони.
Скидами
And
дрони.
also landmines.
Landmines.
І міни також.
Так.
So it takes half of the small mines are all the way around here. Well, not here, this area, but a little bit further away where the combat zone, like actual tactical zone, right? So a lot of men step on lipistki.
Yeah, the little butterfly mines.
Butterflies, yeah. Yeah. So,
also, you want to talk about this? I thought this is an interesting
I want to talk
thing.
about this. So this is very interesting box that needs to be supplied all the time. So it's clothing for man because as you see, so the man
this was earlier
wounded,
today.
Yeah, and earlier today the man was wounded. See his pants are all in blood. And so he doesn't have anything to dress on. Afterwards he's been taken care of by the doctors. So they need t-shirts, you know.
DFP.
So pants, socks,
right?
You know, because after you're wounded, you're cold as well.
Yes.
You know, your body heat is not. So it's always a big need. They don't have enough. It's not always not enough. Underwear, socks, pants, t-shirts, sweatshirts.
Because a lot of that needs to be changed out.
A lot of that needs to be changed. Yeah. So basically, it's gone. That's all they have right now.
Yeah, this one small box.
So that's.
So yeah, like earlier today, it looked like it was taking a bit of time to figure out to find something that somewhat
because the
fits.
sizes as well, right?
Yeah.
Some men are
bigger than others.
And some are bigger than others. Yeah. So here, we have
some kids' arts.
More supplies just in case. Mishanya is type of person that he likes to have everything ahead of time. So
and then a resting area.
Yes, and that's where the resting area for there's also always medics. This stabilization center never is left
unoccupied.
Alone. Unoccupied. So that's where they can rest, and that's where you could see second burzhuyka.
So they got two of them in here. This place must get really toasty. It must be
could
nice.
be, yeah.
Хочуть так само.
Так він будує їх, що ви? В нього скільки він собі хоч кожен день може зробити.
Нічого собі. О, то я закажу таку.
Що?
Дивись, яка гарна.
Так.
Нічого собі закрили? Ага, закрили.
Яка
Я думав,
гарна.
що колодку закрили.
Тут так собі на щось так взяв, сковородку поставив, яйця пожарив.
Так.
Яєшню.
А зимою як гарно.
So in America you have just incredible things. It's so well, medicine is so well organized and prepared for every type of doctor, for every type of need. Look how convenient, all sterile. You get the tweezers, you get sterile gauze, you get sanitizer. So just open up the package and here everything is sterile. Because otherwise, imagine, then they have to sterilize someplace. Where do you sterilize that? Right. There's no place.
Especially out here.
Yeah.
No.
So this type of packages are very valuable, and I'm always on the hunt for that.
For those sorts of things.
Yeah. Surgery gloves as well. Pretty much everything you see on this shelf, even alcohol pads also.
And then all the gauze,
all the gauze,
pads,
every type of different type, because for the burn wound is one thing, for big wound is another, for soaking wound is another, so you have for every type of wound a special. And this is for the neck holder, also ours.
Доброго дня усім. Ми знаходимося на цій запорізькій землі вже скоро буде 4-й рік.
Hello everyone. We are here at this front line of Zaporizhia land already almost 4th year.
Доля нас звела з різних кутків України для того, щоб ми зупиняли наступ наших ворогів з Російської Федерації.
So we're gathered here because we are trying to stop the enemy from Russian Federation who's invaded our land.
Дуже багато, скажімо так, хлопців, чоловіків пішло на цю війну, і, зокрема, в медичній галузі так само добровольці пішли на цю війну. От зараз тут стоїть друг наш, представник нашої медицини.
So many men are volunteered, as soon as they found out it's a full invasion, they all just went and wanted to defend their country, not only as a military, but also as medics. And this guy right there, he's one of them.
And so beforehand you were both in the medical field?
Ви вдвох були в медицині раніше? Ви є
Так.
медиками?
Так.
І один, і другий працювали в лікарні.
Yeah, both of us worked in hospitals before.
And what were your professions?
Yes,
Ким ви є? Ким ви є?
I am surgery.
Які інститути?
General surgery.
General surgery and судинний
And vascular surgeon, yeah.
Я фельдшер по освіті. Тобто працював на кареті швидкої медичної допомоги.
Yeah, he's working in ER.
ER. Okay. And so currently, obviously, we don't need to say exactly where we are, but what type of place are we in right now?
Звичайно, що не кажіть, де ми конкретно знаходимося, але що це за місце, що тут відбувається, от, власне, в цьому приміщенні?
Ну, конкретно. І близько до фронту.
And we are very close to the front line here.
Ну, скажімо так, ми стараємось допомагати нашим бійцям, які, на жаль, отримують поранення.
Here we are helping the soldiers who are being wounded and taken from the battlefield right here to the Stabilization Center.
Ну, є таке прислів'я, що пожежник спить, робота йде. Отак краще би і в нас було б, щоб менше роботи було.
There's a saying, when a fireman is sleeping, but the work continues, right? We would want to say, like, we would just wish nothing would happen. Yeah.
Ну, але, на жаль, треба робити, треба допомагати, на жаль.
But unfortunately, we have to do what we are doing. Unfortunately, because we would wish that would not happen.
And let me ask, so the reason why were we here today? What did we do today, Valentyna?
So what we're doing?
Yeah.
So what we are doing today here, Ben, we delivered medical supplies. So this stabilization center, practically 95% is being sponsored by Chalice of Mercy. So thankfully to the sponsors who help us, we're able to help here. So everything you see from wound care to different type of medical supplies or to the medicines, We deliver here every 2.5 weeks practically. So it's incredible to know that we're able to give everything is possible, everything that is needed, from tactical medicine to wound care to cold and flu medicines, right, to this man, so they can take care of others. So we defend the defenders. That's what we're doing.
І що ви думаєте про Валентину?
Ну, напевно, її Бог послав, щоб допомагати нам. Це
До речі,
допомога вагома, дуже вагома.
Що стосується Валентинки, то Віталій Дмитрович слушно сказав про Бога, то це дійсно так її Бог послав. Тому що я пам'ятаю нашу першу зустріч, це ось ця вервичка, яка в мене на шиї. І Валентинка спиталася, я привіз був пораненого тоді у Покровській, чи я вірю в Бога, і що така сама вервичка. І в неї була така сама похожа. І ми так розговорились, і відтоді ми почали співпрацювати. Так. Синовились там ще по протоколах про лікування. Думав, що ми більше й не здзвонимося, якщо чесно, бо тому що Валентинка, тобто, казала свій погляд по американських стандартах, я висловив свій підхід лікування.
Я йому розповідала.
Так. І така була дуже у нас інтригуюча перша бесіда, але все ж таки Валентинка не здалась, зателефонувала, чи можемо зустрітися, я під'їхав, ми зустрілись, коли ми поспілкувались, то це було щось чимось так, як і зараз є. І хочу зауважити, що це вже третій стабілізаційний пункт, який повністю забезпечений всіма препаратами, тобто навіть від саме елементарної термоковдрі і до дорогих препаратів, до апаратури і так далі. Це завдяки Валентинці і чаші милосердя.
Перекладай, будь ласка.
Well, he's, oh my gosh, maybe. So, what Mishanya is saying, so basically, I'll start from the end. This is already third stabilization center that Chalice of Mercy provides help, starting from, thermo blanket and finishing with medical supplies of very high standard medical equipment, things that are very expensive. And so we continue providing. Mishanya was mentioning that how we met, because we met because of ibuprofen. Mm-hmm. I was telling him that ibuprofen can be used for everything, and he said, but we have a different protocols, so and we kind of got it wasn't an argument, but it was just a heated conversation. And then finally, after he finished, he said, I gotta go because somebody was calling me. So, and I was waiting for him to call me back. So finally he called me back. I said to him, give me the list. I will buy everything you want. So, and that's how we met. And basically he's saying that I'm God sent to them, but I will say that they got sent to me too. Because together we are really, seriously, saving lives.
Yes.
This man that you saw today.
Yes.
Two of these men, if you don't have syringe, you cannot do injection. If you don't have a needle, you cannot do injection. If you don't have, wound care, you cannot help this man.
Right.
It seems like not maybe extremely critical at some points, but it actually is, so yeah,
No,
that's what he was saying.
And останнє питання. I don't know how to say this, but if they had a magic wand to improve something, what would they improve or what would they change? For this situation that they're in. What could they do?
Якщо б у вас була така чарівна паличка, щоб ви могли змінити все в одну секунду, що б змінили би?
Щоб війна закінчилась швидше.
The end of the war.
І щоб за кордон нашої України вигнати.
And so to kick out Russians out of our borders, yeah.
Ідентично та сама відповідь, щоб закінчилась війна, люди не гинули, і ми вернули кордони своєї країни.
Дуже дякую вам, що ваша допомога і що I always forget the word defend. Захищають наші.
Дякую тобі.
Все, вам дякую.